Hi, everybody. My name is Thomas, and I'm currently the Vice President of WEEX. Okay. So for those of you guys who are not familiar with the name WEEX, we are actually established in 2018, and we have been building this brand and product ever since. In 2019, we were actually invested by a few top investment firms in Singapore, and we raised 100 million. And just within 2 years, we were actually able to grow our platform all the way from 0 to 2 billion daily trading volume. Right? And then at that, in 2022, we actually reached 500,000 daily users. And in 2022 as well, we managed to sign Jackie Wu, one of the leading entertainers in the Hong Kong industry, as our global brand ambassador. And he really helped us elevate our brand across Asia. And in 2023, we managed to grow our user base to over 2 million users globally. We obtained the SVG and FSA license so that we were actually able to operate in a lot more regions, which is why right now we are available technically worldwide in over 200 countries and regions. And in 2023 as well, we managed to raise another round of 100 million investment from honestly a very impressive company in South Korea, one of the biggest marketing agency, right? So the FSN Group. So for those of you guys who are from South Korea, you guys should know them. Yeah. And in 2024, last year actually, I think it was one of our best year, full of achievements. I'm very proud to say that we are one of the fastest growing exchange last year. We managed to grow from 2 million to 6 million users globally. And then we managed to reach a daily trading volume of 5 billion as well. And then we were able to do this because we have a very unique selling point. We have one of the most altcoin pairs, right? 1,700 plus futures and spot trading pairs to provide a vast variety of trading options for all our users. And this year, we are very confident to say that we will continue to be one of the fastest growing exchange, and we have a lot of things planned ahead, right? We expanded our team from 250 to over 500 today, just to match our growth and what we are experiencing right now. And we are also going to launch a very beautiful office in Dubai in 2 months. So for those of you guys who are going to head to Token 24/9 in Dubai later this year, feel free to connect with us in the conference, but also visit our office in Dubai. Yep, so a little bit about WEEX. Like I said just now, we were founded in 2018, and today we managed to achieve more than 5 billion daily trading volume and more than 6 million users across the globe. We have established 1,000 Bitcoin as a protection fund to ensure that all our users and security is our top priority. Right, and then we also basically cover most of the regions in the world, especially the upcoming regions like South Africa, African, and then even the Russian community. Okay, so in last year, we managed our highest ranking on CoinMarketCap was actually 5th, so right below OKX BitGet. So I think that is one of the greatest achievements we have achieved up to today, and I definitely do hope and see this trend to continue moving forward. So the one and only WEEX, right? So why is WEEX so unique? We have actually asked a lot of our partners and users this question. And we received multiple feedbacks about how we provide one of the most trading pairs across all trading platforms right now. So I'm confident to say that if you can't find a pair that you want to trade on WEEX, you technically cannot find it anywhere else at any other centralized exchanges. Yep. So like I mentioned just now, 1,700 plus spot and futures pairs. So 1,000 spot, 700 plus futures, right? Not only the quantity side of things, right? We are really focused on providing you guys with the most value with listing, which is why we list more than 100 different projects monthly. Okay. When we talk about projects and stuff, recently memes have been going off the charts. Right? And when it comes to memes trading, we know how important it is to provide our users an early access towards these tokens. Just a very good example, Trump token that happened a few weeks ago. So WEEX was one of the earliest exchanges to list the Trump token, I think at about $5. So you were able to actually purchase Trump at $5 on WEEX. But I'm not sure if you guys observed the market at that time. A lot of exchanges actually came in a lot later. and that really lose the edge for their users and our users as well, because $5 and $8, that's easily like 5x difference when it goes all the way up to $40, right? So I think another edge that I really appreciate our team doing is providing the most hot tokens available to our users in this industry today. Okay, the next thing, top-level liquidity. Right, when it comes to trading, liquidity is honestly one of the highest priority for a lot of users. You want to get in and out of your trade instantly. Right, so we have over 800 plus deep liquidity futures, and we are actually top 5 among all exchanges in terms of liquidity. But another very interesting fact, right, a research done by CoinMarketCap recently, if we only look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, we are actually top 3 among all exchanges. So we are very proud to say that we are one of the leading platforms when it comes to altcoin trading, as well as any like crypto trading, to be honest, because of the liquidity that we provide. Yeah, next up, we recently just launched this new feature. 2 months ago, our highest leverage was 200x, but we decided to launch 300x last month, and then last week we actually launched 400x because we observed the data from our users, right? A lot of our users nowadays actually prefer higher leverage, right? I personally would never recommend anyone to go above 50x, but more than 30% of our users actually trade more than 200x leverage, right? And it is very obvious from the market trend right now, from the memes and stuff, people actually want to put less capital in and like go for the higher upside, right? So we think that this 400x leverage is going to open up a lot of different opportunities for everyone across the globe, even those with less capital. Yeah, and I think this is honestly a very good feature that we'll continue to hopefully improve on in the future. And another very important point that I want to point out today is we are offering 0% maker fee for all spot and futures pairs. Right, so what we are trying to do right now is trying to minimize the costs for our traders to take trades so that they can maximize their profits. All right, like I mentioned just now, for any exchanges out there, I think security should be our top priorities. And then right now, WEEX is taking this area very seriously. Right? Last year, we established a 1,000 BTC Bitcoin protection fund to ensure that all our users' funds are secure and safe on our platform. Right? We have consistently managed to have more than 100% reserve ratio for the last 2 years. Right? And then we have also built a very top-tier risk control system. Not just the system, to be honest. What I'm more proud of is the people behind the system. We managed to capture some of the top names in the industry from some tier 1 exchanges like Binance, OKX, Bybit, to head over to WEEX and really build this top-level system that we really strive to provide our users. All right, moving into the next topic that I think a lot of you guys here will be more interested in is we recently launched our WXT token, which is a native platform token for WEEX. Right? And I think the achievement that we achieved over the last 6 months is definitely a benchmark for every centralized exchange trying to launch a token right now. Right? So from launch last year till a few months ago, WXT gained a total of 384%. I think that is the highest among all the top exchanges token since launch. And we are very happy that we are able to achieve this from our, our supporters, like our partners, users, as well as some institutional investors. So like I mentioned just now, a record-breaking journey, right? Over 384% since launch. And I think a lot of the partners here today actually benefited from the launch as well. So WXT tokenomics, right? Our total supply is 40%, but last month we actually burned 40. Our token supply is 10 billion, my bad, and then we actually burned 40% last month. So right now it's at 6 billion, and it's about 200 million market cap. So our futures plans for WXT is very straightforward. We are trying to replicate the success of other centralized exchange token. So we'll be burning WXT every single quarter. We'll take 20% of our company's revenue and profits, and then we'll burn it to reduce the supply and enhance the token value. Okay, so what can you do with WXT, right? So as a user, you can basically get a substantial trading fee discount on our platform. We offer up to 70% trading fee discounts just by holding WXT. And as an affiliate, if you guys if you guys are partnered with us, holding WXT will also give you guys a higher profit share. And I think one of the most attractive things for me and for most of my users are the airdrops and a platform that we call Relaunch. Relaunch is essentially, Relaunch is essentially a platform, a launch pool where we allow our users to just buy, commit, and claim airdrops. Right? So all you have to do is just buy WXT, commit to projects that you guys like on the Relaunch platform, and then you guys will get millions of airdrops every single month. Talking about airdrops, we actually have a very exciting event right now. Okay, so right now we are hosting a 1 million USDT worth of WXT airdrop. So for any of you guys that are holding WXT, you guys can actually head to the platform, sign up to the event, and then you can basically get free airdrops. I think it's one of the biggest events this year that we are hosting for all our WXT holders. And this is really to thank everyone who supported us throughout the years. Another edge that we have that really powered our growth is the easy registration that we have. Right, it's very frictionless. You can basically get started with your crypto journey within a minute on Weeks. Right, all you need is an email. So yeah, it's honestly one of the most user-friendly platform out there that you guys can just sign up instantly and get started with trading. Okay, so some plans that we have this year for Weeks. We will be very active in conferences like Consensus. Right, so I'm here right now in Hong Kong presenting this to you guys. And in April, we'll be in Moscow as well. I mean, we all know that Russia is an emerging market, and then Weeks we are trying to build a presence globally. And one of the most important events this year is Token 2049 in Dubai. Right, not just because the event is going to be pretty substantial, but because we'll be launching our Dubai office as well. So I would love, for all of you guys to come over to our office, take a visit, and I'm pretty sure you guys will like it. It's a very nice area. So WEEX 2025 promise, right? It's very straightforward. We want to make sure we provide the best experience for all of our users, including the institutional and VIP users as well. So something that we realized recently is a lot of the Web 2 old money, maybe because of the current traditional market condition, a lot of them are moving into the Web3 space right now. And a lot of our users are actually kind of, we label them as high net worth. So we definitely want to provide a better service for this group of people, right? Because we know that a lot of value are coming into the Web3 space from them. And the next thing is boosting community engagement. Just like any project, we think that community is the main driver. Right, I think Andy will definitely agree with this, especially when it comes to meme and stuff. We want to build this community, a very strong community here at Weeks, because it will definitely help us expand into a lot more areas and a lot more partnerships as well. And the last thing is global expansion and compliance. Right, so in 2025, one of our top priorities across all of the departments is compliance. Right, we want to be as compliant as possible, and we want to seek regulatory approval, especially in certain regions. So this is something that we'll invest a lot in moving forward. All right, I want to take this opportunity to really thank my team, as well as all of our partners here today, if you guys are watching this as well. So 2024 has definitely been a very remarkable journey for us, fastest growing, and then I'm really happy and proud to say that we have achieved tremendous results. So last year, great year. This year, I think it'll be a better year. So for all our partners, stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoy this journey with us. Yeah, some of the KOL reviews, I think some of them are actually here. I think Crypto Banter is here right now. I'm not sure if he's here, but I think they have some booth going on. So we're currently partnered with some of the top names in the space. So I'm pretty sure some of you guys know Cloud the Moon, Sheldon Sniper from Crypto Banter, and Crypto Lifer. So they are all our top partners, and we are very proud to say that we have established a very good relationship and partnership with them. And we see this going very strongly moving forward as well. All right, cool. That's all that I want to share regarding Weeks. So I'm very honored to have Andy here today. I mean, for those of you guys, we are in Hong Kong. I'm pretty sure everyone knows Andy. But for those of you guys who are not that familiar, he's a very successful investor as well as an author. Yeah, so thank you, Andy, for joining me here today.
Yeah, no problem, man, bro. So let's have a chat. What I know we hear a lot of things that's going on, with WEEX, and we had a lot of different chats on how community is going to build, right? Among around the around this space right now. Do you think building communities is really that tough, or what secret recipe do you have?
No, like I told Andy just now as well. I think building community is a lot tougher than a lot of you guys think, especially comparing now to 2018 when a huge influx of users are coming into the Web3 space without much knowledge. But right now, a lot of the users, they're actually a lot more educated. I mean, thanks to all the information that we provide. So users are actually smarter in a way. So to really build a strong community, you need to provide enough value for them. It's not just like, you have some airdrops, everybody just come to my community and then they stay with you. It's not. We don't need this kind of community. We want communities that stay with you because of who you are, either who you are or what you provide for them long term.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, before maybe you asked me some question as well.
Yeah.
I just want to chip in on that because I think now the users are more sophisticated.
Yep.
Right. They want to know what you can provide from an exchange, right? And what the project is doing with the exchange. Yes. Because if you know, there's a lot of these rumors going on, so-and-so project has a lot of insider, right? So-and-so exchange is more favorable, maybe more favored to certain projects, and that makes the whole environment, pretty tough for community building, because at one side they love the incentive, but at the same time they would think that, wow, is this project going to be backed by the exchange wholly? So it's not easy to really build effectively, right? And we had a conversation just now. We mentioned it is actually more important, to have some kind of unity,
yep.
Right? Not just from a money perspective, unity as in maybe the big projects handhold the smaller projects, right? And then the more established global exchange, help with the smaller projects as well, because maybe they are in a region where it's emerging, right? You mentioned about Russia.
Yeah,
right?
Russia.
We met a friend from Kenya just now.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, I think was Brazil.
Yeah,
right?
Brazil. Yep.
So there's a lot of things that is really going on, within the space, and if you want to make it big, and then ignore the already big exchanges right now, these are the smaller markets that you can assemble and make a big difference out from what you see right now, especially where a lot of these guys that we talk to right now, they say, hey bro, the market is bad, man. I think it's a mindset,
Yep.
Not sure if you agree.
No, I definitely agree. And I think, like you said, for exchanges or partners, like projects right now, it's very important to really work together. And not just incentives-wise, because if you build your community based on incentives, they're not loyal. That's basically someone that come to you today for airdrops, go to another community next day for another airdrop. So that's not something that we really look for. We want to back projects as much as possible to really build a very loyal community, and exactly what you mentioned just now.
Yeah, I again emphasize that unity is the most important thing.
Yep, agree.
For me, as you know, I'm very neutral, right? But whenever I see a very good community, right, not so much of a project, to be honest, because if the project is good, usually I think the community is actually walking the talk.
Yep.
Right? So it will be easier for us to spot good projects on X when you see that there is a big amount of real community backing it up. Whether it's going to through airdrop, whether it's going through a promotion with an exchange, it's just so obvious, right? If it's bots, to me, at least they have made some effort, right? But then most of the time, if it's real community members, you can see the actions that they do, the kind of feedback that they give, it's very different. So I treasure those. I believe WEEX and a lot of these quality projects or exchanges, they are looking at that kind of input, right? So many people chew under my posts,
yep.
right? sometimes it's fun, right? But at the same time, filtering out the best project, right? Some of my friends are here, is actually the toughest.
Yeah. And if you guys don't follow Andy on Twitter, you guys definitely should. He's very active there, and I think a lot of value actually provided there. And I really like something that you mentioned just now. So a lot of exchanges are actually looking for this kind of projects, but it's not easy to find right now. It's definitely not easy. So if any projects, I definitely do hope you guys go the route where you guys really build a Unity community and not just a quick, quick 1 or 2 months projects and then you move on to the next. I think that's something that really should change in the space. Yep. But Andy, I really want to talk to you about, because you're very an expert in the space and experienced in the space as well. So when it comes to the exchange atmosphere, like the ecosystem, where do you see exchanges moving towards in the next 1 or 2 years? Like what role do you see exchanges play in the whole Web3 space right now?
I think right now it's actually very obvious that users, for example, they are looking for exchanges who can offer them an extra layer of security, right? So, like what you guys are doing, I think it's fair, But what people really, really want, is about accessibility, on-ramp, off-ramp.
Yep.
Because if you notice, some friends might agree, yeah? They make money, but it's getting tougher and tougher for them to get it off-ramp.
Yep.
Right? So if an exchange is able to provide that additional punch, to make sure that the money can safely flow out through a legitimate way, I think that would be a big plus, right?
Yep.
This is number one. Number two is that I think we will see lesser and lesser of those KOL-driven exchange. Why is it so? Because I'm not sure if some of you are around, but the exchanges they like traffic. I like traffic too, but the KOLs are just like butterflies, right? They shift from A to B to C with the same users, right? So sooner or later, exchanges' role is also to help us sieve out what are the good KOLs that you should really talk to and work with. And those that are sticking with the right kind of exchanges, they would actually get the most benefit out from that. Not just the KOL, or the influencer, but also for the users or the retail normies that are following the KOL and following the exchange. It becomes a really healthy flow of a user base, within the space. I see that in Asia a lot.
Yep.
I'm very active in South Korea, Japan, Southeast Asia. You see that the trend is very obvious. They are looking for an exchange that they can be with for a long time. And again, through some of the AMA sessions that I have online, some of these normies, they will ask questions that you would never expect. They will ask me things like, okay, how much does it take to be listed on the B brand exchange, right? Okay, you tell them it's free. They will say, oh, okay, it's free. How do they make money? So you start to explain. But nowadays, users will ask me, so-and-so exchange, for example, in order to list in WEEX, is there a listing fee? They want to know whether that exchange, is it a B2B exchange, where they just want listing fee,
Yep.
for a big revenue.
Yeah.
We don't want to mention who else, right?
Yeah.
I know how much they're asking, but some of these exchanges are literally using exchange listing fee as a form of survival, right? So now normies are asking me questions like this. Hey, bro, how much does it go to the B brand or the K brand or the C brand? I was like, oh man, good. They are using that as a benchmark whether this exchange is something that they should put some effort to it, right? Or is it really for the people, right? For the community. So that is a very big thing that most of these people or exchanges are not talking about it, right? Normies are actually asking these questions in specific AMAs or private groups. And I think that this is one important metrics that we should share,
Yep, I agree.
And things should be transparent, right?
Yep. Yeah, I definitely agree with the 3 points that you mentioned, right? Off-ramp, on-ramp, the accessibility, that's something that WEEX has been really focused on, and security as well, which is why we established the 1,000 Bitcoin Protection Fund. And KOLs, when you talk about KOLs, I actually have a lot of experience with KOLs, and definitely agree. Not every KOL is worth partnering up with, and you really have to filter out, those good KOLs, something that I do is I make sure all my KOLs are actually a genuine user of our platform. If you're not, you can't be shilling this thing. Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
All right, Andy, other than the exchanges side, I mean, I know you're very active with projects, memes, and I mean, I know you love memes. Where do you see like the whole projects, memes market trend going towards in like the next 1 or 2 years?
Okay, I want to make a bit of correction. I love memes because they are fun, and also because they have a very good community base.
Yep.
Right. So I think right now the trend is pretty obvious. I saw some friends as well. So it's very obvious. We see meme coins as a door opener, right? It's an easy entry. People can explain very, very well.
Yep.
Through the people I met, they are very enthusiastic, right? So entering using memes, but how these memes can survive, it depends on how many members you can get, right? And what is the kind of narrative that you can provide, right? So example, a typical roadmap is start with a meme, followed by a nice utility, right? And then maybe later on you could even do a lot of big things, right? Like yesterday we saw Pudgy, right?
Yeah,
Pudgy Penguins, they have a merch, right, and so forth. But to be very honest, if you have a really big fan base, for example, maybe I have not such a big one, but I could form an Andy Cafe or something, right? I'm not a meme, but I could be a meme, right? So it could be an Andy Cafe, and then it become a more franchise model where everyone in the world can start to network at that cafe. So it become a global clubhouse, right?
Okay.
And of course, we could also work with exchanges like WEEX, and other partners, so that we can gather small groups of people at the cafe, and it become a very sustainable business, right? Whether the cafe money is used to burn the token or whatever, I don't care. But the main thing is there should be a journey, for all these memes to carry on. Because most of the memes, if you are not the top 300 or 500, there's no way you can survive, right? So if you need to survive, you need to partner. And if you need to partner, you should look at, number one, exchanges or people in the Web3 space. But think about it. There's a lot of other money to be made, in the Web2 space, and it's easier to make ourselves look a lot sexier in front of the Web2 guys, right?
Yeah.
So cafe could be one thing, merch can be one thing, but ultimately is you get your community to work for their own back, right? If they can work for their own back, the sustainability of the project can go a lot longer, super long. It could last to the next cycle. The problem with the projects nowadays is that they have a nice meme, just a nice meme, right? They have no plans. They have very poor leaders, that didn't know anything apart from just bull posting, meaning, I'm feeling good today. The meme is very happy. Shit, man, we don't want to hear this, man. We want to see price actions, right? We want to see real partnerships, So the reason why I'm sitting here with WEEX, with Thomas and my other friend Andy and so forth, is that you see that exchanges are genuinely trying to find good communities, right? If they can find a good community, whether it's a new community, old community, and so forth, they form the partnership, and it's going to be win-win for everybody. Win-win for the project, right? Instead of giving the money from them to some KOLs that are just shitty, give it to the project.
Yeah.
Right? So again, normies are really clever. They ask me about exchange fees, exchange rate listing fees. They ask about how they can be the referral, instead of giving the money to a KOL, like maybe a wannabe KOL like me, right? So it's just strange, It's just so strange. So we have to make sure that we walk on the right path, walk your own talk, and make sure that you benefit back to your community, right? Again, I'm not against KOL or influencers, but if you want to be sustainable, you have a big community, make sure that you can monetize them, right?
Yeah,
so
agreed.
do not give the opportunity to some influencer or KOL just because they look good and they can talk very well. Every day they talk to you about Bitcoin, about all the different things, and you felt happy, emotionally happy, and pocket
Hurts your wallet.
better. sense is a very different thing, right? So if you are a project, you have to find the right kind of secret recipe so that you can survive. And that's something that is really, really things that people are not talking about.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that is why WEEX nowadays we are listing so many and supporting so many projects other than just KOLs.
Yep.
And Andy, if you're gonna launch any memes, definitely let me know.
I want to be frank. I don't have the guts to launch it, because
no,
that's too much.
I'll definitely support, like for sure.
Okay, let Tony know. Back if 100 mil, we will launch this.
Okay.
No, we really need to do something good. So I think it's a really nice thing that we have a chat here, and I think some of these conversations that we have is really candid, right? Most people will not talk about listing fees and so forth on the stage, and they say, oh, this guy is talking shit, but these are real things that's really happening. Just be mindful, and I hope everybody can do well in this bull run.